Hey, seniors, it is Sunday night, getting ready for Monday morning, and our assignment for on November the 22nd and the 23rd. We will start it on Monday the 22nd, and then we will finish it before we go on Thanksgiving break. This is a this is an assignment where we'll be doing some character analysis based on the Canterbury Tales. So let's go ahead and pull up the assignment that you will be starting on. Um, First off, we have created just a really generic slide deck that you will use. The instructions are also on the slide deck, so you have everything you need. First off, you'll be paired up with somebody to do this assignment. Once you get your partner, one of you will open up the slideshow and share it to the other person, like what we've done before. The person that shares it is also the person that will be the one to submit it. On slide number one, you'll type in the name of the character, and that's the first thing you will want to do. You'll want to pick which of the 30 pilgrims on the Canterbury Tale you would like to do. We will not be limiting it to one character per class, so we could have multiple people with the same ones, but it would be better for you to pick somebody a little bit different because then you won't be judged against the other people around you. On the second line here, you'll put your names so we know who you are. Slide 2 contains the directions and also contains how many points each slide will be worth. Slide number 3 here. So here's where you are going to describe physically the character. What do they look like? What are they wearing? What are they carrying? All those kinds of things, the physical stuff. When we look over, what would we be seeing? Now you'll notice it says group member number one. That's because most of the slides have been designated for one person or the other to do. So person number one, that's what you'll be doing. So you'll need to designate who will be which person. Number two, then we'll analyze their characteristics. What are they like? Shy, mad, angry, loud, boisterous, whatever. The things that make up that character. This is the non-physical thing, so their personality traits, things like that. The next slide then is the profession. So again, we're going to group number one, again, member number one. And this is what is their job and how seriously do they take it? How do you know that? So a lot of the characters in the Canterbury Tales, as the narrator or Chaucer describes them, it is a commentary on that profession. And then we get to see the characters and how we kind of learn a little bit about them. What we're doing is we're making some commentary about them. So, are they really engaged in it, or do they use it just to enrich themselves to make their lives better? Are they good at their jobs or not? And then, how do we know that? The next slide then it comes back to group member number two. This is the personality. Do people like this person? Is this somebody people like to hang out with? Is this somebody that gets invited to go places? And how again do we know that? Now, for for this one where we talk about the profession, there's going to be clues in the text. But for this one, we're not necessarily going to have like direct clues in the text. So this would be where we take some of those things and we put them together. And again, there's going to be some subjectivity to this one as well. Then group member number two is responsible for finding two images. How would this person have looked like in the original time frame of the Canterbury Tales? And then if we had to reimagine that person for today, what would they look like? How would they be? So, for instance, if you think of the knight, right? So you have this image of what the knight might look like in medieval times. But if you think about today, there's no knights. We don't have knights today, but what would a knight be? Are we talking a police officer? Are we talking some other kind of public servant or protector, military? What are we talking about? What would they look like? And how would you re envision that? We then come back to group number one, and this is a summary of the tale. And this should be pretty easy for you if you just Google search the tale, and then we learn something about it. Now, don't copy and paste that because it may not fit on this. Some of them may only have a couple lines. So you ought to rewrite that. You want to re-put that in your own words, paraphrasing a lot of that. The final slide then are the references. So any website that you used, that's to get the pictures, that's to get the summary, that's to look up any kind of character analysis. You want to put those links on here, include those include those in here. Okay. We will be assigning you to a partner. Okay, we will be assigning you to the partner, and you will get, unlike kind of like the normal group project where there's one grade and everybody gets the same thing, right? That's why we designated slides by different people. If your partner isn't there for whatever reason, they're absent or whatever, you can still proceed with your part and you won't be penalized if they aren't there. So you will get grades based on your individual work. We will start this on Monday. It will be due on Tuesday. This is a learning check. And if you have any questions, please make sure that you're reaching out and asking us. Good luck.